What's good, YouTube? What's good, guys? How is it going? So, guys, I've missed it, you guys a whole lot, and I know it's been 6 days. I should have posted. I've not been really active. First of all, I want to start this video by apologizing. I've not been really active on social media because this week was my MS week, my mid-semester week, so I had to go to school and write exam and prepare and all of that. But I know I say this every time, but I'm kind of back now. I'm going to try to put out more content. The vlog is going to my normal 10k series vlog is going to start properly from next week. Today is Saturday. This 4:49 a.m. on Saturday morning, the 27th of June. So yeah, without further ado, I haven't even I haven't even introduced the segment of the day. So this video is a Let's Talk Forex video. I'm sure you've already seen that from the title and all of that. But guys, last week was one of my worst week. This week's too was one of my worst week too, because I took a loss. I had a loss, so I'm currently on a 3 trade losing streak. So it's kind of tough for me, but I know I'm going to pass that. And with the trades I'm already seeing that I could enter when the market opens, I'm going to also share with you all. I think there's good news waiting for me. There's good news waiting for me next week. So yeah, without further ado, we are going to hop into my screen now to talk more about the stuff and about the trades that I have for you guys. And if you just new to the channel, my name is FX Frankie. I document my journey on here, and I also give out my little knowledge that I have shared with you all. If you love this type of stuff, do well to subscribe, do well to turn on post notification icon, and do well to like this video. Thank you for always sticking with me and for all your support. So without further ado, let's dive right into the screen. What's good, guys? So welcome inside of my screen. So guys, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe pairs that look really I'm looking at. But I'll just say 4 that are I feel like are going to play out this week. Let's start with the first one, which is AUDCHF. Now AUDCHF, if we just hop in to the monthly time frame real quick, we can see, or the monthly won't really show it perfectly, but let's go down to the weekly. I want you to understand the market structure that has been going on in AUDCHF. So AUDCHF, what can we see here? What can we identify here? If I can just delete some stuff and put this stuff. Good. AUDCHF, you can see that markets, AUDCHF has been bullish. You can see the high, the low, the higher high. Sorry for my drawing. The higher low, the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now at this point, which is also a very major level, by the way, market failed to give us a new higher high and higher low to continue the motion. Instead, what did the market do? The market came around here, gave us, this is the weekly time frame, by the way, gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rejection candles. It closed that with 6 rejection candles, and then the buyers tried to push market again. And what can we see here? An engulfing candlestick pattern, which closed. The weekly has closed, by the way. So this is a very significant move in the market. I can just delete this irrelevant stuff. So now we know that yes, this guy, from what we are seeing now, we can tell that AUDCHF is not looking to push to the upside. Before it pushes to the upside, it has to at the very least, reach this layer here, or this zone here. Sorry guys, it has to reach this zone here before it do anything. It has to reach that zone. So now okay, this guy is not looking to go up. So instead of looking for more buys, we need to look for more sells to at least come to this point. If it's not going to be a full-blown reversal, we need to see sales come to this point and then maybe do something like this. But for now, we are looking for sales. So if we go down to the daily time frame, since we already have that intent of selling, what can we see here? So on the daily time frame, you can see this bar. Now
This is where this trade is now a bit tricky. This bar, the daily candle closed a bit above the lower line of the bar. So some people might consider this a risky. I mean, it's kind of risky, but looking at the move that had come before this move, first of all, we have to. I follow pattern a lot, and as we can see here, first of all, this was a head and shoulders pattern, very clear head and shoulders pattern here, and it still also gave another shoulder here and closed with an evening star candlestick pattern or candlestick formation on the daily. So as you can see here, this guy is begging, is telling us and is begging us to allow it go for a sell. So this is what we can see here right now. So indicating that this guy is looking to the downside. And then we have this daily candle that closed almost below the level, but it's still, close above it a bit, which is the only risky part of this whole setup. So, but if we come down to the 4 hours time frame, we can now see a clear structure. Now, we can now see that this rejection or that rejection rather we saw on the daily time frame wasn't actually rejection. It was just market retracing to go for more sales. So as we can see here, if we just let me delete this guy since we already know the direction. We just delete this guy, and then we come here to plot our Fibonacci. Let's say we plot our Fibonacci from swing high. This is the swing high to swing low. What can we see? We can see that market is currently heading into this 0.618 and 0.5 level, which is the fib retracement level that I trade. So how do we take this trade since we already know the market is pointing heavily to the downside? So this is how I'm going to be taking this trade. I'm going to be taking this trade with a pending order. Is either I'm taking this trade with a pending order or I'm going down more to the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame, what do I want to see? I want to see market go into this place, into this level, push into this level like so, and then give us a 1 hour candlestick formation around here, and then I'll be taking a sell. Or if I'm not doing this, and then I'm going to be setting a limit order to this level. My stop loss is going to be around here for like a 13.5 pip stop loss just above this high here, and then my take profit is going to be at this level here. Overall take profit is going to be like somewhere at this level, but initial take profit for the trade is just going to be here at 1:6. I can even push it a bit forward like a 1:4. But this is like 1:8.9. This is like my full take profit for this pair. So around here, I'll start looking for like stuff that could, if I see like a daily candle close that is indicating that market wants to, push to the upside, I'm going to close. But if market just breaks past here, I'm going to be holding myself onto the final take profit, which is around here. And if market also breaks below here, we know that we are heading to this black bar here. So this is my full and complete analysis for AUD I'm waiting for market to push a bit into the Fibonacci reason and either give me a candle confirmation, or if I see the momentum in which market is using to push in there, I could just set a pending order and then go with that. So this is my complete analysis for AUD. Let's go on to the next pair. Now AUD, the next pair is Euro AUD. Now Euro AUD is a pair that I completely missed. I was looking at the trade and but I did not see opportunity to enter the market, and the trade missed us and skyrocketed to the upside. Well, what can we see on Euro AUD? I'll try to make this video short. So on Euro AUD, we can see that markets are giving us a full-blown reversal. Market was dropping from 2026, from January this year. Market have been dropping, and the market got to this low gave a double bottom, gave a double bottom, and now market, this double bottom indicates reversal and market have pushed back to the upside. So at least, at the very least, we need to see market complete in here before market either does this or breaks above to go to the upside. So we need to, what are we looking for now? We are looking for buys in buys for Euro AUD. So now here, if you look at this stuff, if you look at this stuff here, you will see a pattern. Do you see this pattern of reversal? You see how market does, how market pushes down, pushes down, pushes down, pushes down, pushes down before it makes that big reversal. And then this was the same thing that happened again. So how am I, what does this say? What does this tell me? It tells me that this move, this push move here is going to be the next push that we are going to get. Do you understand? We had this push here. So if I just measure the push, if I just measure the push that the market gave from that level, this is the push now. So this is the law. The push is going to be equal to the next push is going to be equal to the previous push, since they have the same similar retracement and similar candlestick structure. So at least market should get to this level. So now I know that market is not done, and market cannot just start making another push from here, because it has to clear above this recent high it just broke. So market needs to come around somewhere like this before it makes this same similar push that it has done two times prior, before it can continue the buy to the upside. So I'm looking for buy, like I said, and the daily is also pointing to the upside. So if we drop down to the 4 hours, if we drop down to the 4 hour time frame, oh my, sorry about that. If I can just, okay. So now if we drop down to the 4 hour time frame, how are we going to be buying this pair? So now on the 4 hour time frame, we can see, first of all, this was where I was looking for entry. Immediately market broke out of this zone around here. I was looking to buy, but I cannot buy from here because my stop loss is going to be all the way down here. So I was waiting for like a retracement into here so I can buy. But you can see the retracement, as you can see, the retracement did not happen at all. So that was why I did not buy this pair. But now we are seeing a clear retracement. We are seeing a clear retracement. So how is this retracement going to favor me? I'm going to wait for market to drop into this support level, which also aligns with the Fibonacci level, which I'm going to pull out in a bit. So this is where my buy is going to be. If I bring out the Fibonacci level and mark it from swing low to swing high, let me just remove this stuff and I don't get confused. Swing low, well, hold up, I need to make sure I'm recording. Yeah. Swing low to swing high. Okay, I got to bring this one a bit lower. I like to be precise with my Fibonacci, so because if I'm losing pending order, everything has to match. So as you can see, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for market to do something like this, deep into this level. I'm not just waiting for market to touch the 0.51 or touch the 0.61. I'm waiting for market to touch this support here that is in the middle of it. So if market can come back to this support here around somewhere like so, my stop loss is going to be just below this guy here. So around here is going to be my stop loss. My take profit is obviously going to be at this green bar. So this is the trade, Euro AUD trade. What are we waiting for? We are waiting for a drop, a dip into this level here for us to see buy to the upside and potentially to this point here. So this is kind of like the full take profit. So this is all for Euro AUD. Expect buys from Euro AUD. So if we hop on to the next pair, which is Euro JPY. Good. Now this one is a bit risky. This one is a lot risky actually, because market is still trading above this weekly level. So if we hop onto the weekly real quick, you can see that market Euro JPY has been playing around this level here. First of all, this trade is giving so many green flags right now, because we can see a left shoulder, we can see a head, you can see a right shoulder as clear as day. So indicating that market has already formed a head and shoulder pattern, it should be dropping to the downside. But now the question is, how do we catch the buy from this right shoulder to the downside? Now, if we drop down to the we are going to hop down to the lower time frame, but before then, there's this level which is giving a major concern to me. This level is kind of indicating that market obviously market have tested here since January this year, has been rejecting from this level, and market has also come and give a weekly candle that shy off this level again. So this is kind of like a risky trade, but it has good and great potential if it does work out. So let me show you guys more about the trade. So if we also come here, which is another reason why I might not be taking this trade, I might take it on one of my accounts, but I'm not so sure. If we come here and mark out our Fibonacci, you can see that this market respect this Fibonacci. But let me show you guys why I was looking to buy. So as you can see here, if I just delete this, as you can see here, market has not only given like a head and shoulder pattern. Inside the head and shoulder pattern market created, we can see another double top formation around here, and then there is a neckline, and then there was a break of the neckline. In that same double top formation, we can see a head and shoulder formation around here. So that's why I say there are a lot of confluence indicating that this market wants to drop. And not only that, market clearly broke the neckline of this double top or head and shoulders, because it gave double top and head and shoulders. And as we traced into the Fibonacci level, so that we can find potential sell to the downside. So this is why I'm also interested in taking this trade, because market has many confluence indicating that it wants to drop. And if we just hop into the 4-hour time frame, we can see that this is a clear retracement. If we just mark, we can mark our Fibonacci from swing high to swing low. Boom, you can see that market is currently inside the Fibonacci level. If I delete this stuff so you can see clearly, market is currently inside, and market have already entered the Fibonacci level, and now market has started, given candlestick confirmation and start dropping. So you might ask, how are we going to catch the sell to the downside since market has already started moving? So this is how we are going to catch it, with a pending order. So around this level here, market have tested here. So I want to see market come back to test. Let me delete this so you understand what I'm talking about. I want to see market come back to test this level. So that would be something like this when the market open. A push, tap us in, maybe go in like this for more confirmation, and then drop to the downside. So this is how I'm going to be catching this sell on Euro JPY to the downside. My take profit overall is going to be around here, but sorry about that. My take profit overall is going to be around here, but you can also keep your take profits. I just shifted that spot. Okay, I've got to yeah. So you can also keep your take profits around here. You can also keep your take profit around here too, which will also give you a good risk to reward of 1:6. So this is our full and complete analysis on Euro JPY. Let's go on to the last pair that we're looking at. So now over to Euro USD. If we go to the weekly time frame, what can we see on Euro USD? So now on the weekly time frame of Euro USD, we can see that market has clearly broken out of this range that it has been in since June of 2025. That's crazy. Market has been in this range, this nasty range, and finally it's clearly broken below this range. And market did not just break, market gave us a head, which is a very significant reversal pattern, a head and shoulders pattern around here. Market is looking to drop to the downside, so we are looking for sales at least to this monthly bar here. So how do we take advantage of the sell to the monthly bar? Let's drop down to the weekly. So on to the daily rather. On the daily, we can see that there is this level here. The market came back to test. This level is significant. So market came back to test it and market has rejected from it. So now let's go down to the 4 hours to see what level that was that the market came to test. That was, ladies and gentlemen, a fib retracement into the 0.618 level. So that retracement on the daily was a fib retracement into this level, indicating that this market is just going to drop crazily to the downside. But how do we catch this buy? So almost similar pattern with Euro JPY. We are going to look for something like this, a retracement into this level right here. So there's this level which is the 0.50 level. We are going to be expecting a retracement into this level, setting pending order, tap us, and then drop down to the downside. So this is our complete analysis for Euro USD, guys. So I think this is all. Are there other pairs? We have GBP AUD. We are expecting a retracement here, but it's not really an A plus setup. But you can just see the setup. Let me just go through all the setups so you can see them in case you want to, maybe take one. So this is also what I'm expecting from BTC. Also something like this if it does decide to break to the upside. So what else? Ethereum, we had a loss on Ethereum this week. That was crazy. It was a sell I took from somebody without even analyzing it. So I'm blaming myself for that 100%. What else do we have? AUD, USD. Yeah, this one is going to take some time. That's why I'm not really interested in it. And also this one too. This one is going to take a while too. So this one too. This too. So that's really everything, guys. So uh these are all the pairs that I'm looking to trade this week or next week rather. So guys, this is the end of today's video. If you love this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, share. What else? Turn on post notification icon, comment. Just leave your review. Tell me what you think about the trades that call out, and tell me what you think I can improve in my videos. So without further ado, guys, I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.